Hello, I hope everyone's doing pretty good today. Today we're going to be covering pretty much locations of everything you can click on the cockpit. Also, I'm going to go over some control setup and key bindings so that you guys know what to press when using the radar, when firing weapons, the guns, and the missiles. So if you go over to your right hand side of the panel on the SU-57 cockpit, again, before I continue, this is phase 1. There's a lot of stuff missing, but I have to release like different parts. If not, we'll never get, the standalone out because it's just too much work. That's why I'm releasing it in little pieces, little by little. So if you come over to the right hand side, this one right here, it's pretty much your like RWR and radar and navigation. When you start in the air, it's gonna be on by default, but right now again it's not finished, so it's kind of like conflicting with the avionics power. So when you start in the air or in the ramp, when your engine's on, what you have to do is turn this one off and then turn this one on. This one's the avionics power, so you turn that on and that should give you everything off and on. That should give you everything on, so you can now you have the RWR on, radar on, and the avionics system in the center, and your hood. If you want to turn off the hood, you come over on this side, and that turns off the hood. And again, turn on. For people that been asking about helmet displays, yes, this has a basic, simple helmet display. Come over to the right hand side, it's going to be right over here. You click once and it just brings up the helmet display. It only says your speed, altitude, how many G's you're pulling, and your match number. When I release phase 2, there's going to be weapon information and targeting information in regards to your target displayed on the hood. Right now, let me turn this off really quick. Right now on the hood, it's only speed and things like that. And your radar contacts, of course. But there's no like what type of weapons you're using. None of that is right now. Okay? On your left hand side, you have this is your RWR. Over here's your radar, avionics. This little display here, green, that means that your landing gear is down. If you press B, that means your brakes are deployed. Brakes are deployed. If you press F, your flaps.
102 в воздухе.
Your RPMs are displayed down here, so if you accelerate a little bit, they should go up, and so on. Your banking angle, your vertical indicator, if you're going up or if you're going down. Same thing on this side. The hood, like I said, pretty simple. Only has airspeed, altitude, heading. Over here you click to open the canopy or close the canopy. Landing gear, of course. This section here, I have to delete everything and I have to remodel the whole thing because it's totally wrong. The pictures that I have, actually there's no pictures right now that shows the left hand side of the panel section of the SU-57, so it's gonna take a while for me to properly, 3D model that part. Right, let's go over, over here, I think right here, yeah. If you double click 3 times, it will eject you. I'm not gonna do it now but at the ending of the video, I'll show you. Over here in the joystick, right here, you have your like to to change your air-to-air modes, but again, that's not completely done yet, so don't waste your time trying to change anything. There are no modes whatsoever in the hood. There's no air-to-air modes, there's no air-to-ground modes, there's nothing. So the only thing you can do right now is change weapons by pressing D and then fire. And then fire by pressing P. You can go to your control setup and change the bindings like you want. So let's go through control setup so I can explain a few things. So you're gonna go over to weapons. So you have two of them. You got weapons, and then you have weapon system. Weapon system is the custom one. I'll explain that to you in a little bit. In order for you to fire the gun, you press spacebar. Weapon fire only fires the gun. It does not fire missiles. Okay, only the gun. So make sure you have this set up on your control stick or whatever you use, When you go over to weapon system, this is how you fire your weapons. So you can set up, again, like you like. You can change the key binding like however you want. Put it on your keyboard or on your joystick, whatever you want. So remember, you cannot fire your missiles by pressing spacebar. You have to use this one here, release weapons. That's how you release weapons. For sensors, the way you use the radar, you do not press enter. This one that says target lock, that's the old system when we used to have Flaming Cliff 3. So that doesn't work anymore. Right now I'm using a custom radar, so you have to use target lock on. That's the custom system, target lock on. So you press U, or again you can change it, put whatever you want there, on your hot ass or whatever you want, and that's how you lock targets. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. To fire your countermeasures, it's going to be on your right hand side. So you have ECM, you have automatic releasing of chaff and flare. So every second or so, the aircraft's going to release flares and chaff. And then you have in manual mode, which pretty much, if you press here, see, it releases, or you can just press Q and it releases all that. Or if you click here, it's going to activate it, and then it's going to start just popping chaff and flare automatically like every second or so, so you can just concentrate on whatever. So that pretty much covers the basic key bindings that are different from the earlier mods that I used to release, so this is totally different. A lot of people are gonna get lost if they don't see this tutorial. They're gonna be like, oh, why is my plane not firing, or so now you have separate bay doors. For example, when you fire the gun, the missile bay doors are not gonna open. So if you fire the gun, only the gun's gonna fire, only the bay door guns are gonna open. See, like that. If you hold P, and then the missile doors will open, and if you have a weapon selected, it will fire that. Okay. So remember, to change weapons, you press D, and that changes the pilot number, because the new weapon system that's on the aircraft right now, again, phase 1 is not finished. It's only a basic thing just to get you guys going, so you guys can play with something, because after FC3 went down, a lot of mods didn't work, so my Stellar wasn't ready, so it's gonna take a long time, of course, like anything else, but at least it's something for you guys to have some fun, So press D to change weapons. Again, there's no way of knowing what weapons you have on your hood, because it doesn't display that yet. but you get used to it for now, you know. And then you hold P or whatever keybind you assigned, and it will fire the weapon. The weapons don't fire if you just click on the really quick, so you have to hold it down. You hold down the key or your joystick, just hold down the trigger, for example, and the missiles will come off the rail. Okay. You can even fire from the ground. If I wanted to fire a missile from the ground, not a good idea, because you're gonna take damage. So you press D, change weapons, you hold P, and it's gonna fire the missile. And just like that, you take damage because obviously you're on the ground, and you know. So just like the movie Iron Eagle, when the guy fires the Maverick from the ground, you know, and nothing happens to him. That's, you know, I'm not gonna say the bad word, but yeah. So that pretty much covers
MLWS failure.
Yeah,
ECM
okay,
failure. Hydraulics failure.
And you eject just by pressing that if you want, or you Control E, you know, however you want. Alright guys, have fun, fly safe, you know. Alright, bye.